security guard and had 25 writers around the corner. I was scared to death.
For your safety, please stay behind the yellow textured strip until the train comes to a complete stop.
Okay. I guess these are short prose somethings. This one is called The Cheeseburger People. The cheeseburger people had hope in their hearts, although they mostly experienced the world around them as mundane. But this was okay because there had to be something to compare it all to. They weren't unwise. They were double bacon cheeseburger people, and they knew what it was like to have lukewarm and plasticky days and hot, sizzling, straight off the grill-like days. They walked around with faces that were very wide and short and very unwieldy. It was hard for the cheeseburger person to get around easily. The extreme width of their heads made it so they were their own permanent, clumsy umbrellas. But their heads were also like friendly, living ledges upon which birds like to perch and rest. Times like these brought an individual cheeseburger person closer to nature. Times like these were good days. These were crispy bacon, crunchy lettuce, red, bright tomato days. Days a double bacon cheeseburger person would think about on evenings at home when the sun was fading to a rich gold and the umbrella head became less awkward, became helpful, became a pillow. Awesome. I don't know what this one's called yet. I guess we'll call it Holiday Party for now. I had a dream I was at a holiday party.
For your safety, please allow passengers to exit the elevators before boarding.
By the record player, and there was a group, and it was fun, and there was laughter. We were talking about ridiculous shirts, so it wasn't too out of the blue or anything, but still, we knew we went too far. Is it okay to be on the, should I pick a side, and then we'll get less train talk?
It's your choice.
What do people think? Should we stay here or yell? So the comment wasn't out of the blue or anything, but he knew it went too far. He tried to soften what he just said by adding, you know, like a 1950s bra or something. My breasts did look pointy, small and pointy. I said, no, but my boobs are shrinking, and this is my old bra, and the padding is pulling itself up, crinkling in places. Like if I accidentally bump into something, there will be a dent. It also happens if a small object falls from overhead and hits me on the chest. Then another dent is made. But who says falsies anyway? Falsies is a word that 50-year-old women say occasionally when they are shopping with their daughters and they don't understand what built-in bras are. And also what 70-year-old women talk about on the phone with their 50-year-old daughters. They say cutlets now, at least on TV, I think. And that's because they are floppy plastic ovals that look like raw chicken. I mean, I think anyway. But anyway, yeah, no, I'm not wearing falsies, just a puffed up bra on accident. I mean, I have to go to the bathroom sometimes to check for dents and puff them back out. I've been meaning to get a new one, but I just haven't yet. And then I stopped talking to the man. I knew this was not the response he was looking for. He wasn't really looking for a response at all because he didn't think about how stupid his question was before he asked it. So I didn't really feel bad. Still, it felt like a good place to stop. I wondered if I should or should not have gone into how I had been losing weight for no reason for the last couple months, and that's why my boobs were shrinking, and also my butt was shrinking away into a hard, square pad. All bets were off, though, when someone you barely know says falsies. It was interesting to think about what it would be like to unload my medical fears on an embarrassed acquaintance. I mean, how could it get much worse than talking about boob dents? I could have gone on about how the weight loss scared me, like what if I had cancer or an eating disorder I didn't even know about, or I was growing a devil baby inside me that was stealing all my food.
Please stay clear of the doors and allow passengers to exit the train before boarding.
Or any number of horrifying, disgusting worms or parasites. Or what if my hormones were out of whack again from my insulin problem? Like my estrogen and my testosterone were in a fighting and needy and unhealthy relationship where one partner slowly swallows the other one, and I would get acne because my ovaries weren't being ovary-y enough. This is why I had a constant fear that my facial hair was getting darker while my boobs and butt got smaller, and if I was somewhere where there were small children, they would look at me and ask, "Why do you have a mustache, lady?" And then I would have to tell them everything I've been saying, but they're too young and too mean and their attention spans are too short, and they would walk away in the middle of me explaining all this mid-sentence. That one's done. You want more?
Sure.
Okay. This is a poem that was made to be a plaque and put in the park that Greg and Tara and some other people here were part of. It was at Occidental Park. Anyone can find a home in anything. Anyone can find themselves in anything. The subculture of competitive eating, the obsessive love of exotic hardwoods, the practice of guitar making, banjo picking, collected, discarded, but real ivory piano keys can make a person happy. I've seen a documentary on people who collect old photos of strangers, celebrities, pets, or animals. Growing rare succulents and caring so much about what soil to use can provide satisfaction and release to some people. A society of egg lovers, duck, geese, quail, ostrich, emu, the tiny eggs of game poultry. These societies exist somewhere. The strings of stringed instruments can be fawned over. Joystick-only video games collected, classic computers, classic TVs, and classic bicycle pumps, all may be displayed proudly on someone's shelf. Imagine a world of toasters, shiny ones and funny-shaped ones, knives used by brothers fighting on opposite sides of the Civil War, ornamental blankets worn by royal animals, feathers long ago woven into flat patches to be worn on the heads of flapper women, beaded dresses heavier than the wearer, falling apart, needing to be restored, and restorative herbs grown more powerful by age, long age, centuries old, still being ingested by mouth. Other mouth things that can be collected, old teeth, plain, old teeth, plastered and sometimes jeweled, gold teeth, solid, sometimes just with a rim of gold or an outline, a frame. Also hair, loose mats hidden away, or braids cut from women who wore long white cotton nightgowns, braids kept in several generations of drawers, hair art made by Victorians stuffed into high-collared cages, hair jewelry made by similar but different Victorians, extra sentimental Victorians dead set on resting relics in their hearts, more and other old photograph collectors, strictly Victorian portraiture. Maybe one collector cuts out the dead mouths, not smiling, and makes one endless collage. It will be found after her death. She will be famous posthumously. Better that way. Fame would have made her curl into herself, frozen her collaging fingers. There are most likely finger people out there too. Not collectors, just connoisseurs of the long and unusual. Feet people as well, of course. A varying sexual fetish. Some not at all, just a love for the supportive oblong shape.
From 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. each weeknight, Link operates every 20 minutes.
Manicure maniacs involved in competitive manicuring, competitive hair piling, competitive dressing, the fastest, the fanciest. A person could become involved in competitive smiling, the prettiest, the longest, and and there is always competitive dancing, the most rugged, the longest, the most twirlingest, trance-inducing, the most seductive dancing, tap dancing, secret dancing, pointiest dance, the most float-like dance, underwater dancing, night dancing, dawn dancing, special outdoor dancing. We could be assembling groups right now for climbing mountaintops, for any of these, all of these dances, anything for dancing, dancing,